Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing alright. As you can see, this is quite a bit longer than the previous haul video that I did, which basically wrapped up the end of 2022. That's because I am combining everything that I got within the last 4 months, January through April, because I haven't been able to do a 2023 pickups video yet. As you can see, there's plenty of video games here to go through, and I'm probably going to start with the non-JRPG stuff first because I have so many JRPGs to go through that I'll just do that next. Then I'll go over a whole bunch of other non-video game stuff and accessories and all that. Okay, so let's start with the non-JRPGs, and first off we have Wireland 3 for the Game Boy Color. I got this off of eBay, I think for like 25 bucks. I opened it up with a new tool set that I got, and it is real, so I'm pretty happy to finally have Wireland 3. Absolutely adore this game. Next we have Burnout 2 Point of Impact Developer's Cut for the original Xbox. And it being the developer's cut, it includes a whole bunch of exclusive content. I already have the first game on the PlayStation 2, so glad I got the sequel. And then we have Crackdown 2. I played the first one, and I pretty much enjoyed it back in the day. I never played the sequel though, so pretty cool that I have that. Next we have Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, Game of the Year Edition. Now I only wanted this for complete sake to have the slip in there, but I know the code doesn't work at all, but it's good. I never had an Uncharted game before and I never played them, so it's cool that I finally got an Uncharted game. It was pretty cheap, so. Alright, and then we'll get to some Game Gear game here. Super Columns. I already have the original Columns on both Genesis and the Game Gear, so another Column game does not hurt me. I absolutely adore this series. And then we have Landstalker for the Genesis. This still has like all the Blockbuster stickers, and got this for 35 bucks off of a retro store I went to. I absolutely love the Blockbuster stickers, so I'm keeping those on there. I really recommend this game. It is literally one of my favorite Genesis games. Highly recommend. Then we have a complete in-box copy of Mortal Kombat 2. And I think my sister found this along with another game I'm about to show. And it's very beat up. As you can see, the plastic is torn off. It's sun damaged to heck. But hey, this game I got and the other one for only 20 bucks together. Home Alone 2 as well. I got these, she found them for like, I think 10 bucks each. And yeah, they're pretty damaged, but both are worth quite a lot together. I think Home Alone 2 is almost breaking 50 bucks complete. So I saved, and I gave her the money for them, but pretty much I saved quite a lot of money thanks to her finding these. So thank you, sis, for those. I don't mind having beat up cases, honestly, if it meant I saved quite a lot of money on them. Plus, in the future, since I saved so much, I can just replace the cases at some point. Alright, so let's get to a DS game here, Drawn to Life the Next Chapter. This is by the same creators of Scribblenauts, which I absolutely adore that series. This is the second game, and I think, and I still need to get the first one. I've always been very curious about these, especially since they're made by the Scribblenauts people. I think I got that off Lucky Games. Then Star Fox here, which I got for 15 bucks, another retro store pickup. I really like this game. I know people say it. Sometimes it doesn't really age well, but I think it still plays fantastic. And yeah, pretty good. I picked that up. I never owned it as a kid. Then we have Star Tropics, which I got for only, I think 12 bucks here. I think the reason why this game is so cheap, despite being such a prominent title, is because you need to get that one item that comes with it complete that helps you in game. Hey, but I don't really mind getting this for this cheap. I've always wanted to get that game. Again, Gyrus, which I picked up at the same place as the Star Fox. I absolutely adore this game. It's a Konami shmup. No, it's like a Tempest X Galaga combination. It's very cool. I honestly think it's one of the Konami's most unique games. I really love this game. And we have some Switch games. We have Zero Striker Gunvolt 3. While not a limited run numbered game, I got it off of there because it was a bit cheaper than it was at retail. So there's that. Then we have some more limited run titles here. We have Contra, the Anniversary Collection, which came with its own card. Absolutely love the first Contra, but funny enough, I never really beat any of the other ones. I tried going through the third game, but whew, yeah, that is tough. And we have Demon Turf, which also came with a card. I love the way this game looks and plays. I'm probably gonna get it on Steam to just play it digitally on there and probably keep this sealed. It's a good game. I can tell it's a good game. Then we have Cat Girl Without Salad Amuse Bouche, or however you say that. So this is a way forward game. It's a very silly, very parody-like game that parodies a whole bunch of genres like shmup and all that kind of stuff. I love way forward, so I decided to pick this up as well. Alright, so more retro store pickups. We have ARMS here, and I found them for only 30 bucks. I got this off of the retro store that is very nearby me. And yeah, I've always wanted this game, and finding it for only 30 was literally the ideal price that I wanted for the game, so very cool. And next we have Dead Store. I got this off Amazon. Game seemed very interesting. All the trailers and everything I've seen seems very cool, and it was on sale on Amazon earlier this year, so I decided why not to pick it up. We have Metroid Prime Remastered, which took me quite a bit of finesse to get. As you can see, I have it flipped over to the Japanese cover for now. Played through it, and I absolutely adore it, just as I did the original. I still have the original, and this is definitely the superior official way to play the game, for sure. Such a masterpiece to this day. Okay, so more Luki game pickups here. We have Pac-Man and the Goldly Adventures. I always heard that the first one's pretty good, but that the sequel kinda sucks. I don't know if I'm gonna pick up the sequel, but hey, pretty cool to get some more Wii U titles in my collection. And speaking of Wii U, here's another one, Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two, and funny enough, this one people also say that's pretty bad compared to the first, but I already have the first one on Wii, and I needed more excuses to get more Wii U titles, so that's why I got that. Another retro store pickup, got this at the same place I got ARMS, Resident Evil 0, only for 20, complete, and this is the second Resident Evil game that I own now. The first one was Resident Evil 4 on the Wii, which I bought last year, I believe. So yeah, very happy to finally get another Resident Evil game. And we have Castlevania Lament of Innocence for the PlayStation 2. Got it from Odyssey Games for 25. It's quite a bit away from my house, but it was definitely worth it because I found this. One of my favorite Castlevania games of all time. One of my favorite PlayStation 2 games of all time. Such an underrated gem. I honestly just cannot. I can go on about this game forever. It's just so good. But I think that's all of the non-JRPG games, so I'm just gonna go ahead and remove those. Yeah, quite a lot of games, but oh, you haven't seen anything yet. When I start going through all of the JRPG games, I dropped Lament of Innocence. That is quite the lament right there. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the next section, which are the JRPGs. Because like I said before, like I'll show you real quick, there is quite a lot to go through with these, so I'll try to keep them quick and brief. Alright, so we're going to be going through all the Atelier games I got, and I already made a whole video about this before, so if you want to watch that, go ahead. So here we have Atelier Marie Plus and Atelier Ellie, which are PlayStation 1 Japanese imported titles. Then we have some PlayStation 2 Japanese imported titles, Lily, It's Side Game, Judy, and Vidate, all of them Japanese exclusive. And then we have a sealed CD soundtrack that includes tracks from all of them. I go more in detail about it in the video that I did for it, for the Atelier games. The rest are going to be in English, so don't worry. Then we have some more PlayStation 2 ones. We have Atelier Iris 1, 2, and 3, which I'm probably going to start off with these whenever I play Atelier. I start playing Atelier, that is. Let's put that over here. Alright, then we have a PSP and PlayStation 2 title, Manakamiya 1 and 2, which I unboxed the second game if you want to watch that. The contents I think that it includes are pretty good. Then we have this big box for Atelier Rorona, which a bit disappointing what's inside, but it's still a pretty big box, which I really love. And then for the rest of the PlayStation 3 ones, I'm just going to go ahead and just get them in a pack here. We have Shally, Eska and Lagi, if I'm saying that right, and Merudu, Totori, which is sealed, and Ayesha. Then we have the ones on PlayStation 4, which were quite a bit hard to get. Atelier Ferris and Sophie. Then the rest I've gotten on Switch because I just prefer that platform overall. We have Leda and Soli, Lulua, Ryza 1, 2, Sophie 2, which is sealed, and Ryza 3, which is sealed. So that's the Atelier games that I got throughout this time period, the beginning of the year. Okay, now to go through all the non-Atelier JRPGs. Okay, down here. So we have some East titles, starting with this big boxed PS Vita of Memories of Celceta, the special edition. I still haven't unboxed this, but I will in some point in the future, so look forward to that. I'm very excited to open that up. Then we have Ys Origin on the Switch and Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. And then one more Ys game on the Super Nintendo. I think it's Wanderers of Ys, the third game. Very cheap actually, it only cost me like 20 something dollars, which I was very shocked it was that cheap. And then we have some Legend of Heroes games here, which we have a Tear of Vermilion, which I think was the first one we had received over here in the West. Then we have Trails of Cold Steel for the PlayStation 3, which has a bonus reversible cover, which is cool. And then we have the third game, which is the Early Enrollment Edition. I think includes a couple of goodies inside, which it seems to be the cheapest game in the series because it's the most readily available of the bunch. Now we have all the other JRPGs. We have Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga Remake. Really cool that I found this, as it's already kind of going up in price quite a lot. I got it off of I think eBay before this price spiked. And Disgaea 1 Complete, which I found randomly at a GameStop, and I love the Disgaea franchise, so hey, why not? Snack World, the Dungeon Crawl Gold. I would actually have been looking for this game for quite a while, and for me to have just randomly found it in a GameStop one day was so satisfying. I love getting me some level 5 titles. Then Octopath Traveler 2. I do not have the first game as I missed out on buying that, and it's kind of hard to buy that now, and I got this for a bit cheaper than retail at eBay. Then we have Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, which I haven't opened yet, but I do plan to, because I absolutely love this series. I grew up with this series, the anime games and everything. I still have the 3rd and 5th game physically somewhere in my room. Absolutely adore those games. Then we have a Tales of game, Tales of Xillia Limited Edition, which I also plan on unboxing this in the future. I barely have any Tales of games, but I'm slowly getting them bit by bit. Then the last JRPG finally is Dragon Quest Swords. I had this game in the past, and I'm very happy to finally own it again. Really great game. I honestly think it's one of my favorite Dragon Quest games. Yeah, those are finally all of the JRPGs, but most of them honestly are just Atelier games. And then there's all the non-JRPG games. So quite a lot of games I got during these first 4 months of the year. Now let's get to the video game stuff and video game accessories. So we have this question block popcorn holder for the Mario movie I got when I went to go see it, which the movie, if you haven't seen my review, it was of course fantastic. I loved it, and I loved eating popcorn out of this thing. So of course I was going to keep it as a memento. Then we have this Logitech F310 controller I got off of Amazon. Very nifty, a bit. For it only being 15 bucks, I think I paid for it. I think it actually has a very nice build, feel, and nice quality. The buttons and D-pad and thumbsticks all feel nice. I'm just trying to show you here. Yeah, it's the Logitech Gamepad F310. Very nice controller. I really recommend it. Just look that up, Logitech F310, and you'll find it. There's also a version with a rumble that's like twice as much, but I'm fine with just that one. Then I got an official 3DS charger because my third-party one broke. And then I explained earlier that I opened up Wireland 3 and it was using this Nintendo screwdriver kit that includes all of the little bit screwdrivers and everything you'll ever need to open up not just Nintendo stuff, but really PlayStation stuff, Xbox stuff, Sega stuff. Like, it includes everything that you literally will need. I forgot how to specifically find it on Amazon, but there's a whole bunch of them you can get on Amazon like this. It's been very useful. Alright, then let's go over some game magazines. So since I'm a pro rewards member of GameStop, I always get sent these Game Informers. Don't really read them. They're more of just a thing that arrives. But, I love physical media anyway, so I'll take them. Then we have the thing that I care about way more than Nintendo for. So I got all of last year's issues. We have issue 57, 58, which is March and April. Issue 59, issue 60, which has River City Girls 2, which is awesome. I love the first game. Then we have issue 61, which had 3 third game sequels. And then we have, of course, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That's the last issue of the last year. I really love Nintendo Force. I really recommend them to you guys. They're basically a successor to Nintendo Power. Then we have this Nino Nakano figure hugging a Futaro pillow I got off of a retro game store. Only 30 bucks, pretty good. I really love Nino. I have a whole bunch of figures of her, so another one doesn't hurt. Then finally we have a bunch of manga here. First I'll start off with The 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You, volumes 4 and 5, and I absolutely adore this series. Probably my favorite harem series of all time. It's just so good. And then in volume 5, I was really hoping that they would localize this perfectly, trying to find it, and yes they did. It's such a memed on scene. You've probably seen it before online circulating. I actually had a tweet bang when I tweeted that out. It was hilarious. But then we have the last volume of Twilight Princess manga, which awesome. I stopped at around volume 4, so now that I finally have the full set of this, I'm probably just gonna continue where I left off and finish it. Perfect adaptation, honestly. Now we have Naruto volume 21, Ghost Reaper Girl volume 3, which I highly recommend getting this series. The Hunter's Guild Red Hood volume 1, which I had made an impressions video before, but I never reviewed it as I just couldn't bring myself to do it because it got axed, and I really adored this series. But I'm glad it actually got a physical print. Then we have a whole bunch of Fairy Tail to finish things out. We have volume 11, volume 59, 60, and 62. Alright. Then there's also these Creative Pebble version 3 speakers that I got, which are set up to my computer monitor, but the area is a bit messy right now, so that's why I decided to just show the Amazon listing instead. But these have been so incredible. think I got them back at the beginning of February, but I highly recommend them. I think they're only like 40 or 50 bucks and they work very well. And the very last thing that I got was this kickstand I also got from Amazon. It's the reason why in the beginning of the video I didn't have the camera moving around at all. It was because it was in this stand, and it comes with this Bluetooth control as well to let me take screenshots and record from a press of a button. Very helpful. So that's everything. Finally I got through everything, and yeah, quite a lot of stuff, but it's because it's been 4 months worth of accumulation of stuff. And if you guys found anything you found interesting you'd like to try out, let me know. Do you have any recommendations for me that I should try to find and pick up? You know, and if you like the video, like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I have a couple of other videos now finally coming up that I really appreciate you guys checking out. And yeah, now I gotta put all these games away in the shelves, which will take quite a while. So until next time, bye.